don't you just hate when fast food turns to slow food because someone screws up? The other day, the great Granny Knows Better and I went through the drive-thru at a fast food restaurant, which names will not be mentioned to protect the guilty. We ordered 2 of those $1 sweet tea, unsweet teas, and we got sweet tea. So we wrapped around the building and we stopped somebody that was running the food out to the people that had been parked. And we told him about the mistake, and he says he'd be right back. He took our drinks. After enjoying our sandwiches without a drink to wash down the cardboard that they call a cheeseburger, our drinks were still not out yet. I inquired another drive-thru food runner to find out where our drinks were, and they said that they had to make a fresh pot. Supposedly, someone made 2 urns of sweet tea instead of 1 of each. Now, this makes me think, how many diabetics got sweet tea that day? How many now have a glucose level over 300? Do you think that they just had a surplus of sweet tea bags and they were running out of the unsweet tea bags? Just trying to use up their surplus? Finally, out comes our replacement tea. The young man whose pants barely stayed up apologized for the delay. He says, someone had put sweet tea in the urinals. The same young man was making another batch of unsweet tea. Do you think that the 2 large supposed unsweet teas that he just brought out had emptied out the last urn that he had just made fresh? I don't think so. Do you think that maybe they thought that I would drive off without tasting the tea first? I don't think so. Do you think that anybody working there that day had a higher IQ than that of a farm animal? I don't think so. Let me tell you about the drive-thru business. Now, see, I know all about it because when times got tough during the Great Depression, I worked up the gallop through window for the smoked turkey leg place downtown. Or maybe your jackass up to the window. You pay your 2 cents, you get your turkey leg, and for an extra penny, you get a feed bag for your ride. Now, at the smoked turkey leg place, we did the math in our heads. We made our own change. You didn't want to leave our customers in line for too long. You know, when them tails will start a-rising, if you know what I mean, the chef would have to stop cooking, and he'd have to grab that old there shovel and clear the lanes. And this was back before they had those fancy little signs that said all employees must wash their hands before returning to work. Not a pretty picture. There was this other time. I ordered a fish sandwich without tartar sauce, a plain double cheeseburger, and a cheeseburger no onions. But the tartar sauce was everywhere. They must have done double or triple tartar sauce. It was on the front of the bun. It was on the back of the bun. It was on the fish sandwich. It was on the sides of the fish. And I mean, you just could not even scrape that stuff off. The plain double cheeseburger was meat and cheese. No bun. Are you kidding me? I did not ask for a new carbohydrate deluxe platter. I asked for a plain double cheeseburger. The most disturbing was the cheeseburger with no onions. Because, you know, there was like 5 or 6 pieces of onions on that cheeseburger. So you know that they opened up a cheeseburger, scraped off the onions that they saw, and it put that sucker right back together again, wrapped it up, and sent it out. Now that's just wrong. If you hire a manager with no brains, they're going to hire employees with less brains than that. And that's the way I see it. And the most